9440981. You can also tweet at Smooth981. And we're streaming the show live as well. So just search for Smooth981 on YouTube. You can catch the live stream and post a comment underneath. Good morning, Rotus.
Good morning, Zibby. Good morning to all our viewers, listeners. Good morning to our special guest from Nairametrics as well.
All right. Well, good morning, Cees Harmon. Cees Harmon is an analyst from Nairametrics.
Good morning, Zibby. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Very well, thank you. Happy Election Collation Day.
There's nothing happy about this election.
All right, Rotus.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's still the election coalition process is still dominating conversations across the country. We're still counting. I hope we get a conclusion to it today. But yeah, I mean, well, Nigeria is still waiting for its next economic leadership, and businesses still generally not fully opened as of yesterday. I went all the way to the airport and the roads were still free. It's around 6 o'clock in the evening. And yeah, so I don't know, Cees, how are you seeing the collation process so far? There's a headline in This Day newspaper, but let me even forward it to Zibby, that says the world moves against Nigeria's tainted polls. So Cees, how are you seeing the election process so far, or collation process?
Well, we were at this point sometime in the past, and it discouraged many potential voters. You know, this kind of process where there's this air of uncertainty. You vote and you can't get the result, and the process is not followed. We were at this point, and then like President Buhari said, he had tried, and he didn't succeed in the past, and he prayed to God, and God answered him by bringing technology. So we had moved to this technology, but technology seems to have failed us, or man is using technology to fail us. Yeah, that's where we are, and it's kind of demoralizing. Yeah, it's demoralizing for many people who were really anxious about this process. Things are not going as good as they should go. That's the general view.
Yeah. Zibby, what do you think? Have you been, I know you guys are going to be all over this. You're all over it on Freshly Pressed yesterday. You'll probably continue to. Zibby, do you have confidence in the collation process?
There are some highs and some lows and some question marks, like, did that happen? Should this happen? But it's the first time that perhaps they're testing a new system, but the problem is perhaps this should have been simulated in the background actually before now. So let's just see how the process goes, and if there are any explanations that they can give for certain lapses that Nigerians may have noticed throughout the entire electoral process.
That's such a professional answer from you, Zibby. I like that. Very neutral. very neutral answer. I like that. Cees, what about the I think the stock exchange crossed 30 trillion yesterday, market cap. So the market was up yesterday. But Cees, how do you think foreign investors are viewing what's happening in Nigeria?
Yeah, I think they are looking right now. There is this general air of uncertainty. I insist. There's this general air of uncertainty. They are looking. They may be looking out to see which of the 3 or 4 candidates, major candidates, would be market friendly. Talking about policies. Nairametrics had done a story on that, and we looked at the various election promises and the policies that these 4 candidates had made. I'm sure the investors, foreign investors, are looking also to see who emerges the winner. And based on that, they may make their decisions. Of course, there are some who, like, I wouldn't like to call names, but there's this one who believes that in the private sector should take the lead. There's this one who thinks otherwise. Then there's this one who is like, he goes for patronage. He's this kind of patronage person. And all of those things, they give the markets look at those things, investors look at those nuances and make their decisions. And so I think they are looking to see who emerges, and they are looking to see how the process goes on, and how they should trust the process. Because once the process is not trusted and we have backlashes here and there, it scares investors. So we let's hope for the best. Let's hope that the best comes out, and we move on. This is just a normal 4-year process. Even if we don't get the best, we can expect, or we hope for, another election. That is it. That is the better way to go instead of violence.
Very, very true. Zibby, how have you seen the roads? How did you see the roads yesterday when you were driving up and down?
Yes, they were actually very free, and I kind of expected that people are very likely to remain in their homes first working day after the elections. But this morning, though, I do feel like I saw a lot more vehicles on the road. So I think people are realizing maybe we have to still keep going about our business. We can't stay locked indefinitely or till whenever the final results are announced. So I'm glad to see that some people are trying to just go out there and get about their business.
Okay, see, that's what I was going to ask. See, so how are you seeing things? Because again, the roads are still free. It looks like some traders markets are not fully open as of yesterday. Maybe as Zibby said, we'll see more activity today. But how are you seeing the business activity, Cees?
Yeah, I talked to members of the management of Alaba Market, and they had sent a circular that markets should remain closed until further notice. A similar thing, I saw this trade fair, Aspamda. There are 9 markets in that complex. So there was similar circular that markets should be remain closed. And there was this report yesterday that Ladipo market also was closed. And then on the island, some markets, so they had released similar circular that they should remain closed. The same with Computer Village. So generally, there was a law yesterday, and Lagos there was a lull in trading activities yesterday, and I think it's going to affect at least for the week Lagos GDP for the week at least. But I talked to somebody else in Port Harcourt and Abuja. They said things were fairly normal. Yeah, but for Lagos, it wasn't that normal. It was a general law in trading activities.
How do you think, if you combine Zibby and I talked about this yesterday, if you combine this with the Naira, the cash scarcity, then how that might have affected the economy? If you combine this election slowdown on business activity with the cash scarcity, how do you think that will impact first quarter GDP? I'm thinking we'll see a slowdown compared to the last quarter.
Yeah, I think there will be a dip, because many people are not spending money as they should. Many people are in fact, to get the money is not even an easy thing. You have to pay for money. Besides paying for money, just the normal, just normally getting fuel, for example, or if you are taking the public transport, getting on, you have to. It's it's something that is just abnormal, and it's affecting. Many people are staying home. People prefer to work from home. People want to buy goods, and because of this lack of cash, right, especially those petty transactions. You can't go to the market woman who is selling tomatoes and you say you want to do transfer, you want to buy fish. They are refusing, and because of this, people are trading activities are actually reducing, and that is going to affect. Since it's nationwide, it's going to affect GDP at least for this first quarter. And if the situation is not reversed, it may go into the second quarter. That's my take.
I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you on that. I think we're almost out of time. Real quick, let me ask, what did you guys think? Zibby, what do you think of the Labour Party upset in Lagos yesterday?
I think it was very interesting. A bit surprising, actually, but it also does show that dynamics are changing or demographics are changing. People are getting more involved. And then, of course, we have a very young demographic that are voting perhaps for the first time. So they would probably relate more with someone who seems to be perhaps closer in age to what they can identify with. So it was very interesting to see that, sometimes projections, they're never cast in stone. Things can actually change. Reality is different.
You see, so I'll give you the last word before we go. What do you think about the Labour Party upset yesterday?
Yeah, I like that. What it tells me is that at least whoever is running the show in Lagos will take not only demographics but other issues into consideration. We talk about the demographics, but then Lagos is not that center where you can see that has ethnic bias. No, we are just from all walks of life. Not just Lagos population is not just made of Nigerians to start with. Yeah, so many people from so many places. So all of those dynamics come into play, and whoever is running the show in Lagos will have to take those into consideration when moving ahead. Yeah, or making decisions, making policies, and all of that. I love that. That was a positive development, in my opinion.
All right, Cees, thank you so much for your time. Shout out to Nairametrics for keeping everybody up to date on what's going on. So nairametrics.com, you guys should definitely check that out. Zibby?
Yes, thank you, Rotus, and thank you, Cees, for joining as well. That's all the time we have for Business Express, but do stay with us. There is a lot more to come on the Smooth Breakfast.
Nice day.
Thank you.